Hi, everybody.
Hi.
We're so glad to be here. We don't know how many times people have come up to us and said, "So, you are the parents of Sarai. We just love her and think she is so special. It made us feel so wonderful, and it is so true."
As the parents of Sarai, we have seen her from an early age bring light and vision into the world around her.
Sarah's special traits, essence, and or superpowers, as you might call them, were there as seedlings that continued to blossom over the years she lived with us and continued to grow and transform as she moved into the world away from us.
We were humbled and amazed at the multiplicity of talents she displayed, which included and continue to include creativity in so many areas: artistic, video, photography, drawing, music, spiritual seeker, learning new systems, integrating principles into her belief system, organizational skills to make things happen, networking, social circles, harnessing the power of community, political issues, checking out what is good for the community and world, expressing moral values from many different belief systems, being an adventurer and explorer, trying new things and places. She has weaved together these beautiful qualities to create relationships, organizations, and experiences that have benefited the participants and the greater community in so many ways.
As the first child of two politically engaged parents who were to some extent a product of the 60s, Sarai was never far away from the pressing issues of the day. She was born in a collective co-op house and lived there for her first 2.5 years until we moved to Mount Airy, a liberal neighborhood in Philly. Although Sarai, then Sarah, was smart and attended public magnet schools, she did not thrive in traditional school settings because they did not harness her unique gifts of creativity and experiential learning. If only Philly had a Gaia Passage group back then.
Well, they didn't, so instead, Sarai, as a sophomore, founded the Philly Student Union, formed to promote the principle that student voices must be central to the determination of school policy. In her junior year, she organized hundreds of public school students in a citywide walkout for decent school funding and marched to City Hall. There, Sarai spoke truth to power as she confronted publicly the then mayor of Philly on his misinformation about school district taxes. He was so embarrassed that Sarai understood the education funding situation better than he did with all of his experts, that he shouted Sarai right out of his office. Asked to explain why he couldn't contain himself, the mayor famously proclaimed to the press, "She gave as good as she got. She gave as good as she got," which we're sure is true. Sarai's vision, organization, creativity, and values combined to build that organization, Philly Student Union, and it has continued to exist for the last 20 plus years, producing generations of youth leaders in Philly.
Likewise, in college, Sarai participated in the WTO protest in Seattle that resulted in a police crackdown on the protesters. She filmed it all and produced a powerful video that captured vividly the nobility of people organizing for good. Now, our family has always traveled and explored adventures with our kids, Sarai and her younger brother, Ben. At an early age, we took Sarai to foreign countries, and then when she grew up, we followed her to places around the world. Experiencing different cultures and countries is part of her upbringing, and she has taken this to new heights in her adult years.
When Sarai started talking about creating Gaia Girls, we were at first hesitant, knowing how challenging starting and growing a small enterprise is. Like most parents, we would have been much happier if she settled on a nice, secure career path where she would be guaranteed a paycheck and good benefits. But as we're all aware, Sarai knows best where her stars are pointing, and she was determined to follow them. When we saw what an amazing, boundary-breaking creation she actually brought into the world, we were duly educated on what was truly best for Sarai, namely, what was best for fostering a just, peaceful, and inclusive world, one that valued all people equally. And of course, as she understood so well, that meant charting a path for girls toward a full recognition of their power and worth, and of their connection to Mother Earth.
Although we were somewhat anxious about Sarai entering the brave new world of social entrepreneurship, we were not surprised. She has been exploring new ways to bring meaning to her life through helping others all her life. After college, she spent 6 months as an organizer in the Hispanic community for ACORN, a social activist group that was so challenging to the powers that be that Congress took it upon themselves to virtually destroy it. When she left, it would be no exaggeration to say that the leaders of the Philly chapter of ACORN were distraught. She just connected to everyone she met with amazing grace and power, and a presence that lit every room she entered, which of course is still the Sarai that we all know and love.
After her stint at ACORN, Sarai shifted seamlessly into a quest to find the helping profession that would best meet her skills. Of course, because she had and has so many skills, it was a long and sometimes twisting search. She studied, practiced, or investigated herbal therapies, traditional Chinese medical treatments, yoga, massage, doula training, permaculture, and other helping and earth-affirming paths. Given the wisdom she acquired during those quests, her artistic skills, her love of the natural environment, and her commitment to empowering women and girls, her invention of Gaia Girls, now Passages, was probably inevitable.
Sarai has continued to grow and develop over the years into the woman today who is so inspiring and empowering to all those who know her. We are privileged to be part of her journey and so happy to share our wondrous child with the world. We love you, Sarah, and have a great journey.
Have a terrific day, too. Bye.
Bye.